SupplyLogic chose to conduct a Net Promoter Score survey because we were a business under transformation at the time. Obviously, being in the customer business, we thought transforming from the business we were in to a new business value proposition, we needed to understand the customer's view back to us. So through the Net Promoter Score survey, we really had a good feeling and a good data that kind of showed us exactly what the customer thought of us. So from that point, we designed a new customer service model where we put people on site, which has 2 years later since proven to be a real differentiator for us in the marketplace. We chose to conduct the Net Promoter Score through a third party because of authenticity. It would be, we felt, much more authentic to have a third party that came in that had really no skin in the relationship, one way or the other, to conduct this survey. The customers were more comfortable. We selected Butler Street. Butler Street has pioneered this in the space, and so when Butler Street's consultant came in and spoke to our clients, and these were clients at the C-level, all the way down to the day-to-day folks, they were very comfortable giving them the direct feedback we needed to make the adjustments in our model to make sure that we were differentiating ourselves through the service model we set up. The results of the survey were a real change in our business model. So what we were hearing were things that we didn't hear in our day-to-day kind of business meetings, in our day-to-day planning meetings. We were hearing things like they were not on site, they were not present, we were not getting the mind share that they required to become a real strategic and trusted partner. So in our change of the business model, which was once a service model that was set centrally, we dispersed our service model to people on site. We now today have 6 people on site. We've gone from a cooperative relationship to a trusted partner relationship on our way to becoming their only choice. So there are 3 main things we've done as far as actions as a result of the whole process. The first step was, obviously we talked about people on site. Then there were tools and infrastructure. So putting regular quarterly business reviews in place so that we sit down once a quarter, we hear from the customer, their feedback, what we're doing well, what we're doing not so well, creating strategic initiatives that align to their strategic initiatives, and then getting into the third piece, which is really the key account management planning program. So we have a very rigorous key account management program, which Butler Street was instrumental in helping us with, where we map everything from the company profile to the spend we manage, to the spend we don't manage, to a full-fledged governance map. So really it's a science behind the whole relationship. So we understand both the data and both the political landscape of what's happening at the customer. One of our customers was recently under a merger. It is no longer going through, but during the process of that, we really needed to be very, very closely aligned with what they were doing from a strategic initiative perspective, because they were really changing on a moment's notice. My thoughts on creating an industry standard for customer satisfaction and loyalty in the industries that we're in is that it would be welcomed by companies like ours who feel like we are in the customer business, earning our right every day to deliver for that customer for the next day based on what we've done the previous day. So it's the quality of our relationships, but for the entire industry, really it creates a much more of a valued service industry rather than a commoditized industry, which is really where the industry is kind of headed. Models like SupplyLogic's model benefits from some of that, but I think even in the SupplyLogic business where there's third-party intermediaries in the space, it's absolutely essential for all of us to understand kind of where we are in our relationships with our clients. These are large transformational deals. They take months to sell. Without a Net Promoter Score industry standard, how would we ever know whether we're in danger of losing, and how would the industry ever know how it can get better and better over one kind of benchmark level set piece of data?